Hey guys, long time no see. It has been quite a minute since I last made a video. For the question and answer video that I put up a week ago, the answers to that video should be up hopefully sometime this weekend. I just want to make that quick announcement. And now let's get into it. The finale of Pretty Little Liars. I'm just going to pretty much talk about the main things that we should all know about and the exciting twist at the end of the episode. So, the episode takes place 2 days prior to what we view at the beginning of the episode with the ambulances and all that craziness. And while that's going on, the girls are watching TV and it's about Garrett. And then they talk about Emily and say, we need to just tell her the truth, and all this crazy stuff is going on. So Emily shows up and they talk, and Emily is, of course, not trying to hear anything. She's like, A has always planted these things all over the place, and we always fall for these things, right? Like they were talking about the earring that they found in Paige's bag, and then she leaves. Then you see Paige and Emily, and come to find out, Paige is actually getting text messages from A as well. And the text says 10 p.m., Saturday, Rosewood Cemetery, and her thumb is covering up part of the text, and it says Hertz A. So Paige is getting text messages from A, which makes everyone go, oh, haha, Paige is an A. So my theory was wrong. And then some other things go down. I'm just going to pretty much only talk about the main things in this season finale, because that's what y'all want to hear, right? Mona leaves Radley. Craziness. Yeah, she just pretty much just flashes a card and just walks on out. I'm like, crazy, crazy, crazy Mona. There's a new photo that resurfaces of the girls at the cemetery, so it's like more evidence against them and stuff like that. What does it say? Oh, a funny part that happens after that is when they hear someone in the house and Hannah picks up a fuzzy lamp to take the person out. Then you find out, oh, it's just Caleb in the house. And he was like, you were going to take me out with a lamp? It was really, really funny. And also, Maggie shows up again in this episode. She shows up at Ezra's apartment with Aria, who's there. I mean, she doesn't show up with Aria, but Aria's there already. And she's like, oh, hey, And Aria's like, so are you going to tell him about, Malcolm, y'all's son? And Maggie's like, look, just don't say anything, okay? I'll handle this. And Aria doesn't say anything. She's a good one for that. And then you find out that Caleb actually has a gun. He has a gun. Hannah, of course, you know how she's overdramatic. She's the overdramatic character in the show for me. She's pretty much like, get rid of that thing, put it someplace else or whatever. So basically Caleb is like, okay, we'll just leave it in this drawer, and then, I'll have nothing to do with the gun. And then you find out later on in the episode that he does actually take the gun with him. Hannah should have known he was going to do that. Anyway, my points. Back to the main parts of this episode. Toby comes back, and Spencer's all happy. They kiss in the middle of the street. It's just, so romantic. And then, guess what? Eventually, they sleep together. Yes, Spencer and Toby, they were just all up in the bed. That scene was a little bit too long for me. Was that just me? I don't know. I just felt like, this is a pretty long lovemaking scene. They need to, cut that a little bit. But that's just me. Okay, so Emily is actually going off with Nate. She isn't even technically in the area with the other girls. She goes off with him and, just to relax and kind of get away from everything. And then come to find out, Nate, what was Maya's cousin, wasn't even her cousin. His real name, I believe, was Lyndon James, and he was Maya's ex-boyfriend. Oh, and you also find out that Nate, Lyndon, whatever, actually ended up killing Maya. So we finally know who did it. Yep, big shock. And next thing you know, he has Paige held hostage, and he's going to kill Paige, but that doesn't exactly happen because Emily runs out of the area, goes up to the top of the lighthouse. Okay, that whole thing with like the lighthouse and looking for some service or whatever, I was just like, yeah, that was very suspenseful. And then, Nate finds her and stuff, and then they're fighting and stuff because he has like a knife and he's basically going to try and take Emily out, right? So they fight a little bit, and she ends up stabbing him, and he's on the ground in a puddle and everything. And then the girls, the other three girls, and Caleb, they go their separate ways to different lighthouses because they're not 100% sure exactly where Emily's at. She's at one of the two. Caleb has the gun with him, and he's the one that finds Emily. And he gets there right after Emily stabs Nate, and he's on the ground bleeding, and Caleb sets the gun down. And as soon as he did that, I knew something bad was going to happen. Sets the gun down, comforts Emily. Next thing you know, there's a gunshot. And then we go to commercial, of course. Then when you come back, you just find out that Caleb has been shot. Nate has been killed. And then the big reveal that we were all waiting for. Who is A? You see Mona walking back to Radley, and she's talking about how they wish they, could have made that one phone call that really would have set everything into place. But, unfortunately that didn't happen. But not all plans, just go right. You know how Mona is with all that. Then the hooded figure turns around, and guess who it is? Toby. Big shock, big surprise. Y'all should have seen my face when that happened. I was like, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. But you want to know something? For some reason, I just don't believe it. I have this very strong feeling that Toby is a part of the A-team because he's trying to protect Spencer, or he's just doing it just because she wasn't really giving him any real information about it, or I don't really even know. I just kind of was like, okay, really? It's Toby. If it's really that true, Spencer banged A. Really. I mean, think about it. They did it. I mean, come on. Spencer, you just slept with the person who's been making your life a living hell, okay? So, that was just a big surprise to me. And, yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed the season finale. I mean, I loved it. I was like, wow, okay, that was a big twist from what I really thought was going on, I didn't see that coming. Did y'all see that? I didn't. But someone did at one point mention, certain characters leave for a long time and then they come back out of nowhere. So maybe I should have seen that happening. Oh, and also, you guys remember when after Spencer and Toby were done with their business, they say they love each other. He gives her a hug, and just that look on his face. Do you remember that look on his face? It didn't look too pleasant. That's just one thing that I noticed. So, other than that, I'm looking forward to the next episodes that are coming out. I guess it would be a new season. I don't know. But I know there's a Halloween episode coming out because at the end of the episode, you see Toby with the Halloween poster, like making reservation ticket orders or something. So that happened. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and let me know if you guys still want me to do reviews for when the show starts up again. I would love to do them. I'm going to continue watching the show, and who am I kidding? I'm going to do them anyway. So you guys take care. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.